So
and then it just parked up and never got used.
This was parked up and was never used again.
Also, getting this car out today is going to be a bit of a nightmare.
Oh!
It's been sat for 37 years. 37 years in the same spot. And they've owned it from new. Okay, today we have a very special, what we would call this episode. We don't even call these episodes because we don't usually come across these. This is a genuine barn find. Now, I say we don't come across these, we do all the time, but this is particularly special. This car was put to me by a friend. The lady who owns it, her late father owned it from new. From new. Well, I'm not going to tell you what it is. We'll walk around. And then what we're going to do is the lady's here. She doesn't want to be on camera, but I'm going to give her a mic. She's going to talk about it. And it's going to be very cool. We're going to pull it out. We're going to lightly recommission it. It's a very special car. Let's have a look and see what it is. Also, getting this car out today is going to be a bit of a nightmare. We're going to try and start it though. It's been sat for 37 years. 37 years in the same spot, and they've owned it from new. These things are particularly special. They were massively expensive back in the day, as the lady is probably going to tell you right now. Very, very cool, but it's in a very, very like far spot that's kind of stuck in. So like, yeah, Volvo. So we'll see what Sean says when he turns up, whether we're going to have to like pull it out or maybe use that. I'm joking. Oh, we might use it. It does start apparently, but we'll see. Let's have a look. 1982 E23 7 Series. Now these things come from factory, like Billy Basic. So like you would buy them, and like the old Mercs that I spoke of in the past, they wouldn't come with a certain spec. So you'd have to spec everything on them. And this car is heavily spec'd, like heavily spec'd. Now, the lady who is in charge of selling it is the daughter of the gentleman that bought it from new. She's going to tell us a bit of background. She doesn't want to be on camera. So she's going to tell us a bit of background, so you'll hear her voice and tell us the story and where this came from. Do you remember your dad buying it new, don't you?
Yes, I do. He paid more for the car than I paid for my house at
I
the
know,
time.
and it's insane because like these cars were worth that much money back then, weren't they? They were huge.
Yes, which was an awful lot of money, and I think it was his third BMW.
Yeah.
That he had, all from Leslie Traynor.
Yeah.
And this one, he had every single spec with heated tight seats and everything that was just coming out of.
I know, and the interior is insane.
They moved house and they came up to the farm, and then he put it into storage and bought an Isuzu Jeep, which is still out there now.
Yeah. And then it just parked up and never got used.
This was parked up and was never used again.
But you're telling me stories that like your brothers back in the day were using it and stuff, weren't they?
Yes, my brother, I have a memory of going to Chepstow races and my father throwing my little brother, who was about 12, maybe younger, the keys, and said, go and fetch the car because the walk was miles in the car park.
Yeah.
And that's all I can see is this car, it's such an expensive car, coming towards us, and you could just see the top of my little brother's head driving the car through the car park of Chepstow races. Another memory I have with my brother again, 13, 14, and my father used to race horses.
Yeah.
And they took horsewalks up to Scotland, and because my father and his friend had too much to drink, my brother drove the car the rest of the way to Scotland, towing the box.
That's incredible. But like these things, they just evoke that sort of emotion. You remember from when you were a kid, and like that's why we do this. This is why we buy these classic cars. Like we buy them because like we seen them when we were younger. If you're looking at this video and you're seeing it from the ad, your father probably had one, or you've seen one in your neighborhood and stuff. And like these are the things that like that I think that add more value. The lovely lady has just shown us a photo of the previous house, and this car was in the photo of their previous house that they had like an aerial shot of, which is just super cool. But what we're going to do today is we're going to try and turn it over. So we're going to disable the fuel pump because obviously it's been sat for 37 years, isn't it? It's been sat here for a long time.
34, I would say. Maybe 30, say 30 years.
30 years.
Yes, yeah.
I'm going to pull the spark plugs give them a quick check. They should be fine. I'm going to turn it over, see if it turns over, put a bit of easy start in it, and see if it fires. If it does, it's going to make our job way easier. What we're going to do next then is get Sean in, put it on a recovery truck, send it over to our mechanic, and he's going to go through it just to make it run, because obviously it's better running than it is. And it ran when it stopped, didn't it?
Yes,
when it was parked. We'll get it running, we'll try to get it running today, or even if we get it fired, that'll be a bonus. Also, how f***ing cool, right? So right, let's get this done. Sean is just turning up now, and we all know Sean, how funny he is, and we're going to check a battery on this, and then we're going to see him and then figure out how we're going to get this out. It's going to be a challenge. Probably going to use that digger. Okay. Okay, oh my God, the gas struts work. Which is more like I say for my 28, which they don't. We're gonna have to pull the tank down on this and clean it out just in case, because obviously you know what these old BM tanks are like, they rot. We'll just pull it down, give it a clean. Well, say we, Phil. Hopefully we get this thing running. Hopefully we get it driving. That would be sick, wouldn't it? Can you imagine driving this? I told you, man, Sean gets everything out of everywhere. And himself out of jail. I'm joking. You okay?
Yeah, we got batteries. Oh, actually, I got one as well.
I'm prepped. I'm prepped, son. It's safe in here, yeah?
Isn't that the Blair Witch?
Yeah, I know. It'll be fine. It'll be
Famous
fine.
last words.
What?
Famous last
Famous
words.
last words.
Yeah.
Calm down.
It'll be fine.
It's just going to be just fine. In fact, I'll just pull the fuel line now and it'll be just fine.
I always save the date, you mean?
I always say
Not all heroes wear capes. Some of us wear high visors and flat caps.
with jumpsuits. That's what they wear.
This is Balenciaga, this is. If I put a Balenciaga badge on this, I look like Richie Artek with a pop bang machine.
The Kanye scrap.
Yeah. I got my Yeezys in the cab, like.
The fake ones. The fake ones.
Turkey specials.
The turkey specials.
I love how he's playing around with batteries and fuel lines. Why didn't they make massive hay shed?
Just give it a flick, son, see if it turns over. Is it lighting up?
We got fuel lights. Oh!
Oh. And again.
Sticky starter.
Sticky starter, possibly.
It all works.
Amazing. Horn works. So, we have a sticky starter. Next part, yank it out. And then we're going to put it on the truck, and it's going to be Phil's problem. It'll be just starter, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, Phil, all right? It'll be fine. Sean is a hero we all need.
Right. Me pulling this winch is like mine and Shane's relationship. I'm always pulling him, like, I mean, always, man. Just sums up my life with Shane, like. I carry him.
Yeah, that's right. Always,
Yeah.
always there to save my ass.
Yeah. All four wheels are turning.
Are they all turning?
Yeah.
That one, that rear one looks like it's got a bit of air in it as well. Next part is get it on the truck and then get around that digger. It'll go around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah? Sean will make it go around. It'll be fine, won't it?
What?
Get around that digger. It'll be fine. We'll start the digger, it'll be fine.
Do you believe in magic?
It's cool though. And the interior's immaculate. It's like immaculate. There's like no wear in the bolster, nothing. What you get with this was, like old Mercs had loads of wood. And they're usually in terrible nick. All the wood in this car is immaculate. Leather's immaculate, wood's immaculate. The price is going up. Oh, and look at that. Swansea car its entire life. Now I really want to hear this one and drive it around. I do. Yeah. We need to make some videos and shit, that's all we need to do.
I can't believe all four wheels are turning.
So, how do you reckon it's going to go, Sean?
Swimmingly. Where's it going? Artec or the barn?
Oh, no. We're going to Phil's. I'm not going to lie, this went way better than I thought it was going to.
Oh, we're not out of here yet. Jesus Christ. Calm down, like.
Now we're going to get it round. So we've got to get it from there, round that, on slippery ground. Unless he wings around, I can't see it going around that. We're probably going to have to start this digger, which will be hilarious. Now we're out. Can't believe that went so smooth. Okay, we're done. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Next episode of this will be slightly recommissioned. We'll ask Phil if we can go up there and do a bit of filming whilst he's doing it. Do you reckon he'll be alright with that?
Yeah, fine.
Of course he will. And then this car will be on sale. So if you're seeing this and you think, I own a piece of that, then get in touch. Drop in a comment, go onto our Instagram, and please like and subscribe. We're doing this cool shit so you can see it and join us on this journey. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.